Hello. We're doing this again. I like realized that I put part 2 in the title and I'm not actually 100% sure this is part 2. Like, how far did we get last time I did this? When did we last do this? I don't know. Also, if there's any noise, my window's open, and because it's a nice day outside and I want my window open. Let me see. Okay, we were on chapter 6. So, we're gonna do, I think, 6 and 7 tonight, and we're gonna see how long that takes us. And then I think the last stream, because this is the last route of the game, we will do 8, 9, 10. Just so we can, like, send it off with a bang, you know? So, cool. Let's go for it. I hope somebody's gonna be here. Oh yeah, Varg's here. Well, somebody's here. Varg is here. My good bad boy. I don't remember what's happening, so let's see if we can remember and as we hop back in. Varg! Oh yes, I've missed him. I told you I'd come back for you, didn't I? Oh. Varg taps his cane on the floor, creating a shockwave of powerful energy that blasts us all across the room. The impact of the magic forces me against the wall. I collapse to my knees, pain thrumming in my head. The king collapses, so yeah, we came in here to look for the box, I think, because if we open... Also tell me if anything's too loud. It might be loud. Because if we open the box, then Waltz will get his powers back, because they're stuck inside the box or something. We came here to look for it, and I'm pretty sure we found it. I think the king had it, and the king and Waltz talked, and they clearly know each other. And I hear the crack of the box as it lands on the ground a few feet away from us. Waltz holds out his hand. I take it, and he helps me back to my feet. Diana, are you alright? Yeah, I'm good. Hi, how's it going? We're good. Yeah, that's me. The king looks at me quizzically, but his gaze does not linger. He looks toward Varg, his eyes narrowed. This is my dad, but he doesn't remember me because I'm cursed, obvi. Did the king remember who I was? Your Majesty, are you hurt? The king shakes his head at Waltz before turning his attention to Varg, his eyebrows furrowed. Who is this man? Boy, if only you knew. Your Majesty, this person is working for the Wicked Witches. What? Wait, what happened to Jurian and Garland? They were just outside the door. What did you do to them? They're dead. Varg cocks his head to the side. Who? The guards just outside the door? I'm sure they must have hid themselves when they saw the king coming to this room, but they still should have been able to see Varg coming. Guards? I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about, Princess. Varg seems like he's telling the truth. I can tell that. But I cannot trust him. Please let them be safe. I don't know where they are. They're probably off someplace. I see Neverland a few feet from us. I could try to grab it, but Varg will probably thwart my attempt with magic like an asshole. I have to wait for an opening. I'll distract him. While I do that, both of you need to run. What? I eye Varg. He looks at the three of us with his lips slightly quirked, as if he's amused. This isn't the time to argue with me. Is it the time to argue with him? I feel like maybe it is. I'll save over this one. He said specifically it's not the time to argue with him. But I do nothing if not argue with all the boys, and somehow it always works out. In my opinion. I think I might be on my own tonight, so that's a little scary. Oh no, Mac, are you here? I'm gonna need help, because I'm 100% gonna argue with him. I'm not gonna listen to him. That's what pussies do. No. Diana. Oh, he's so disappointed in me. We must prioritize the king's safety. I will help you. I do not know how, but I must do something. But we're in this together, Waltz. I'm not gonna run away while you sacrifice yourself for us. Waltz's disapproval is clearly written on his face, but he eventually sighs out, seeming to let it go. Aw, hell yeah, I know. Disagreeing with them is always the answer. You're too stubborn for your own good. So I've been told. I turn to the king and place a hand on his shoulder. Your Majesty, leave this to us. You have to escape somewhere safe. This does not... Oh my god. Segway, thank you so much for the sub. I am doing well. I hope you're also doing well. It's me that Varg wants, after all. The king shakes his head as he removes his hand from my shoulder. Removes my hand from his shoulder. Damn it. He stands up and moves in front of us before pulling his sword from his sheath. Everyone's gonna protect everyone else, and therefore nothing will get done. Your Majesty. Oh my god. Someone important always, like, dies in these routes. I think my dad's gonna die. What kind of king would I be if I stood back and allowed 2 children to protect me? Rude. I am a grown woman. Varg looks amused by our conversation. He's just been letting it play out. You know that I'm not letting you get away this time, princess. It doesn't matter who stands in my way. Father, his cane is enchanted. You cannot hold him with just a blade. Yeah, way to out myself there, father. I'm at a loss for words. It's been a long time since I called him that. Much to my surprise, the king's lips pull into a soft smile. You said that at the gates one day when you were seeking an audience with me. I have no memory of how we got here. We came in, like, how we got here, like, actually. Because honestly, I don't remember either. We came in to look for the box, and we found it. Do we have the key? That I don't remember. Oh, I think I'm clipping a little bit of me. Like, story-wise. Waltz needs his powers back. We have to help him break his curse. We need to open Neverland, which the king had. He's here now. And Varg is also here and is being like, hi, I'm gonna capture you. And I'm like, I'm already in the palace. You're already, like, a step ahead. But whatever. We're figuring it out. Don't worry, Segway. I'm remembering as we go. I've not been able to forget that day. Before I can say anything in return, a familiarly smooth voice breaks the ensuing silence. That was a sentence. Oh, I wonder where all these voices are coming from. Is this probably Mithros? Yeah, hi boy, how's it going? A familiar man steps into the doorway. He inspects everyone in the room quietly. Mithros. Your Majesty? Quickly, summon the knights. We have an intruder in the palace. He gestures at Varg, who looks unperturbed. An intruder, you say? Sir Mithros turns to Varg. At first his expression is impassive, but then slowly his lips begin to edge into a sly smile. You're such a ruffian, Varg. Look at all of this property destruction. I can only gape at Sir Mithros in shock. Oh no, guys, do you think he's evil? If he knows Varg, then he most certainly is affiliated with the witches. You know this man? Explain yourself, Mithros. We're all thrown off guard by Sir Mithros laughing. Soon his laugh becomes a mad cackle. There's a strange brightness in his eyes that sends shivers down my spine. My apologies, Your Majesty. I'm just amused at my servant's atrocious behavior. At ease, Varg. Sir Mithros gestures at Varg, a silent command to lower his cane. Varg obeys him before moving to a corner of the room and leaning against the wall with disinterest. Oh, Varg. Our boy. Don't worry, Your Majesty. You're not the one we're after. What? Sir Mithros turns a sly smile on me and I instinctively take a step back. The princess is the lady we need to escort. Escort? Princess? This girl's a princess? Yes, I am, I know. It's awesome. That's correct. It's a shame you can't remember your own daughter, even though she stands right in front of you. Enough with your vagueness. Explain yourself. The king's grip on the hilt of his sword tightens. Man, if he would only, like, just go for it. I'm not obliged to explain everything to you. Try thinking on your own for a change, Your Majesty. Mithros. Sir Mithros ignores the king's outburst and turns his attention to Walt. He visibly stiffens, and his sly smile contorts into a grimace. We know from the last route that they know each other. That I think they were both my mom's apprentices. And then obviously they had a huge falling out, because Walt ended up like this, and Mithros ended up, well, here. And look who we have here. I see the traitor has returned to the palace. Walt stares at him, looking puzzled. Sir Mithros tilts his head to the side and offers Waltz a lopsided smile. You still look the same as you did back then. I did not think it was possible for you to grow any weaker, Waltz Cresswell. Oh shit. Mithros, I see. Waltz suddenly looks melancholy as he stares at Sir Mithros. Waltz, what's going on? This man's real name is Myth. Oh, he got such like a secret agent identity. We never would have guessed. And he's a witch, same as me. It appears he's been using a powerful glamour to conceal his real identity. Oh, is that, like, not what he actually looks like? He's been hiding? Or something? I don't know. I would have been able to tell right away. Sorry, I didn't read that. I would not give yourself so much credit, Cresswell. Waltz narrows his eyes but says nothing. I glance between the two of them, super confused, honestly. Same. But how do you know him? He secretly worked for your mother, practically worshipped her. I was the only other person who knew of his existence as a witch outside of the Tenebrarum Bearer. A witch? I trusted you, Mithras. The king says the words through gritted teeth, his face contorted in anger. Sir Mithras flicks a wrist. It's a dismissive gesture, and he still looks amused. What a hypocrite you are, your majesty. He eyes Waltz. You're willing to play nice with some witches, but not others. This bias is what drove us witches to madness in the first place. Sir Mithras faces the king with a grin. You human hypocrites are so easy to manipulate. It is pathetic. Mithras? Yeah, he's probably just seeing this side of him for the first time. The king charges towards Sir Mithras with his sword held high. Oh, he's going for it. I feel like this isn't gonna end well. Your Majesty, don't! Oh, shit. That means magic's happening. The king's sword never touches Sir Mithras. Sir Mithras only has to hold out his hand and suddenly an invisible force pushes the king back. He crashes into one of my shelves, knocking down my dolls. Rude. Your Majesty! I quickly run to his side to help him up. Thankfully, he does not seem to have any major wounds. To think there was a witch working in the palace the whole time. And not the good kind of witch either. Ugh, gross. I was too careless. Rejoice, Your Majesty. I still have more surprises for you. I will never forgive this betrayal, Mithras. Betrayal? I'm afraid you've been played for a fool this entire time, Your Majesty. My loyalty has always been reserved for Lady Hilda and no one else. Guys, do you think we're gonna res my mom again? Just asking because she was hot. Is that weird? Myth, I can't imagine what you would hope to gain from all of this. Hilda is long gone. Sir Mithras' eyes flash as he turns a severe glance on Walt. His voice is seething with venom when he speaks. Had it not been for you, traitor, she would still be here. Yes, that's weird. Okay, well, sorry. She was, though. The king mentioned Waltz's betrayal. Sir Mithras called him a traitor. What exactly did Waltz do? Sir Mithras beckons me forward with a gesture of his hand. Now, if you please, princess, come with us if you don't want them to get hurt. Waltz immediately stands in front of me. I won't let you take her. In your current form, you don't stand a chance. I'll make certain that you never break your curse, Waltz. Okay, so I'm guessing that we don't have the key. This whole thing was a setup, a trap. I'm sorry, Waltz, this is my fault. No, it was mine. The reason we came here was to break my curse. My eyes once again flit to the box on the floor. Neverland's just a few steps away from me. Neverland. Waltz's eyes follow mine to the box. He leans back and whispers to me. You have to get the box and break my curse. I feel for the key inside my pocket. Oh, we do have it. It's just any sentence that involves the phrase my mother and the word hot in close proximity is, by definition, kind of weird. No, I vibe. That's fair. If Waltz's true magic is indeed sealed in that box, then releasing it might give us a chance at victory. And Mithras and Varg do not seem to have caught on to the fact that the object that will break Waltz's curse is right at their feet. Okay. The king moves to stand beside Waltz and draws his sword again, his body a shield. Your Majesty? Oh, he's going again. I will not let you take this girl. You have to go through me first. Aw, thanks, Dad. What a homie. You can't do this. Dad, I've always loved that name. I thought if I ever had a daughter, I would give her that name. Oh, Dad. Magic makes even the impossible possible. You must truly be my daughter, yes? Tears start to blur my vision. Oh, how disgustingly touching. It seems as if I'll just have to deal with you first. Oh, this is... my dad's gonna die right here in front of me. No! I rush towards the box at the same time Mithras casts his spell. Varg lunges towards me, his hands reaching for me. But he's too late. By the time he grabs me, I've already inserted the key into Neverland. I give it one definite twist and hear the click of the box as it pops open. White flashes through the room, blinding me. Suddenly I feel a strong arm around me. Oh, here we go, guys. Holding me tightly, protectively. When I open my eyes, it's Waltz, I see. Even several years older, I still recognize him. And he's kinda hot, though. Oh, what is this? Kinda, like, sexy music, though? Is now really the time? Waltz? Oh, damn. Hey there, little star. Oh, man. I don't think now's the time for this, Waltz. My dad's gonna die. Seems like the tide has turned, Myth. Waltz grins and I see a confidence in his expression that I've never seen before. It's kinda hot. Sir Mithras' frown has only become more severe. Really, dude? You're doing this now? Yeah, I know, right? Fool! I'll show you that I was the favorite apprentice. Be careful not to hurt the princess, Mithras, says Varg, who really is invested here. Varg's voice is almost teasing, but Sir Mithras does not seem to care. I didn't plan on it, but I will now. Sir Mithras gestures his hand in a sweeping gesture. The beginnings of a spell gather at his fingertips. Waltz looks at me and smiles reassuringly. Dude, stop grandstanding. Just get me out of here. Now, when I say I can protect you, Diana, I definitely can. Ooh. Waltz holds out his hand just before Sir Mithras' magic reaches us. A little more protection would be great. An invisible barrier suddenly appears in front of us, thwarting Sir Mithras' magic. Oh, he's not happy about that. Seems like I'm not as rusty as I thought I'd be. Waltz snaps his fingers and effortlessly creates a dark wave that pushes both Sir Mithras and Varg to the wall. Ugh. Let's go. Oh, damn. He is kind of hot, though. I'm into it. What do we do now? The Order of Caldera, they're sworn to an oath of protection. We can rely on them. Waltz glances down the hallway, his mouth drawn in a tight line. I see clear suspicion in his eyes. I look back at the king. The knights should have been here by now. Surely such a commotion should have brought them running. Now I know why Waltz is staring down the hallway. He's searching for the knights that are meant to pass through here. There is no possible way they did not hear the skirmish in my bedroom. Yeah, I'm guessing we're not getting any backup. The three of us push onward. I stand between the king and Waltz, waiting. I'm not entirely sure what I'm waiting for, but I can feel the tension in the air. We only stop moving when a voice cuts through the silence. Your Majesty. Oh, shit. Hey, are you cool in this route? Because I strongly suspect that you are, in fact, not cool. Sir Alcester stops before us with a group of knights. His face is impassive, at best. Waltz takes a step back as Sir Alcester looks to the king. The king's quiet for a few moments, his eyebrows drawn together in a terse expression. He finally speaks. I'm about to declare a state of emergency. Where have you been? You got that sword still, Dad? You might need it. Seize them. Oh shit. My eyes are still on the knights in front of us when I hear footsteps from behind us. I am nonplussed when a dozen knights appear from the shadows and surround us. I look for Fritz in the cluster of knights, but he's not there, and honestly, I have no idea where he is. Definitely not Varg. The king stares around him, baffled. What is the meaning of this? Could this be the reason why? What's happening? Never trust a guy with eyebrows that fuzzy, I know. That voice. We all turn to watch the dining room doors open. Ophelia enters with Emmeline and Rod in possibly the worst timing that has ever happened. Several knights trail behind and flank them on... Oh, never mind. They've already been captured. On either side, giving them no room for escape. Rod notices me and stares in shock, but says nothing. Oh, shit. My other mom is kind of pretty, too, though. Gennaro. The minute she sees the king, she calls his name and attempts to run towards him. The knights only need to raise their swords and block her path to stop her. I think that takes care of all the intruders. Though I'm not happy that two managed to escape. Oh shit, they ran? Okay, good. At least the tavern knows what's happening now because Jurian and Garland got out. Two, Jurian and Garland. If they manage to escape, they might be able to get reinforcements. The king will be judged and convicted. His crown will be given to one more worthy. I see. I disagree with everything happening here. It was you who sent that letter, Alcester. Oh yeah, he got like a weird letter. That's correct. Now, if you want to protect your family, you'll hand over your crown. The king shakes with rage. I can't. I'm not wearing one. Was this yours and Mithras' plan all along, to take down this kingdom at its heart? Sir Alcester snorts and crosses his arms. Do not clump me together with that snake. Both of us have different goals. It just so happens that we both needed to be rid of you. What? Rude. You are a weak king, Gennaro. The kingdom of Angiel needs someone who will rule with an iron fist. You're too soft, and so your subjects have become too dependent on the kingdom. Oh, hi, following. Good evening, doing work. So if I'm chatting here too much, yell at you to work. I will do no such thing. Following. Welcome in. We're dealing with a coup. And how do you propose I run my kingdom? Thank you so much for the 47 months, by the way. By instilling fear. There's no place for fear in this kingdom. It's a ruler's obligation to, oh god, how do you assuage? I think that's assuage the fears of his people. I could not believe that you would do this, Sir Alcester, from like the back corner. Alcester looks at me with disinterest. Diana, correct? I have no business with you, but I suppose Mithras does. Oh, fuck. Sounds pretty common for this story at this point, dealing with... Yep, we've been backed into a corner. What do we do? Assuage? Yay, thanks. I feel for my pocket, my hand touching the smooth surface of a vial. I can still remember the potion that Parfait gave me before we left. I'd forgotten I had this with me. Yeah, honestly, me too. What does that do? Parfait told me to use this potion if we found ourselves in a difficult situation. She said it would give us time to escape. She didn't even tell me what it does. I glance at Walt, who's eyeing the knights quietly. But it's also possible that Walt will be able to do something about this situation with his magic? Oh god. Do you think we should count on him? I'm gonna save... I'm gonna save this chapter 5 save slot. Because I don't remember how many we need to get wrong to get the bad ending. Oh, should we... I kind of want to know what it does, though. I feel like they might... This seems like a great idea. Mystery potion with unknown effects. You know what? I feel like this is the perfect time for a wild magic surge. I want to know what it does. I'm doing it. I reach into my pocket and slip the vial out. I open my fingers just long enough for Waltz to see it. He gives me a subtle nod. See, I was right. Before turning his attention to Sir Alcester, who's still speaking with the king. I'll make... Wow, okay, you know what? We don't advertise what we're doing, though. I'll make you regret your actions, Sir Alcester. Hopefully we, like, whispered that, right? I throw the vial to the floor. Hopefully it wasn't an ingested potion. The moment it shatters, a blinding white light envelops the room, forcing my eyes to close. Walt grabs my hand and pulls me away. Don't let them escape! Grab the rest of my family, dude. I hear a few grunts from the knights as Waltz begins to barrel his way through them. Did we get that right? Waltz leads me into the throne room. We all somehow made it out. Rod stands in between Ophelia and Emmeline. Rod must have pretty good eyes to be able to lead them both out of there in all that chaos. Good job back there, Diana. I never realized you had a potion. Yeah, I know. Do you think that shit's hot? Parfait gave it to me before she left on her urgent meeting. Hell yeah, guys, I'm killing it today. It's a good thing, then. You saved me by using it, you know? Using a more complicated spell would have drained my energy. There we go. Why is this happening? Emmeline's eyes are filled with tears, as usual. Ophelia takes her into her arms and rubs her back in an effort to calm her. Girl, we don't have time for hysterics. This is my fault. How could I not have foreseen this? Jurian was right about him. I should have listened to her. It's not your fault, Your Majesty. We don't have much time. We need to escape and tell Lady Parfait about this. Sounds like Jurian and Garland were able to escape. It's possible they'll soon bring reinforcements. Rod, you know these people. Rod's silent for a few moments before nodding at her. Yes, they're my friends. He said we're his friend. Friends? Ew, gross. Rod just shrugs at me. More than likely, he just wants us to play along. Waltz paces the room, his arms crossed as he tries to think of something. Waltz? I haven't done this in a long time, but I could try to open a portal that leads back to the merchant. Witches can do that? Only the most practiced witches. It only works if they have a clear image of where they want to go. So you can do it. I can. I was taught by your mother, after all. Well, my mom was kind of a bitch, though, so... Okay. Walt starts waving his hands in front of him as he conjures a spell to open the portal. But the portal disappears as soon as it appears and fades again. Damn it. They're coming, Waltz. I'm doing my best, princess. I like that very in-time march that they were doing. They're clearly not panicking. Waltz tries to cast the spell again. This time the opening appears and stays. I did it! Yay! But this won't be open for long. Your Majesty, you must go first. No, let Ophelia and the children go first. Waltz nods as he ushers Ophelia and Emmeline into the portal. Though Rod's reluctant to step inside, I force him into the portal before me. I can't keep the portal much longer, Diana. I can manage one more person before I need a recast. Your Majesty, you must go. No. What? I do not have any intention of leaving. To leave this place is to abandon my kingdom. You're not leaving your kingdom. You're going to a tavern that's like down the street. I will not flee like a coward. I will protect my throne until my last breath. But that would be literal suicide, Your Majesty. He won't kill me. He may have managed to sway the order, but I have the people on my side. Killing me will cause an uprising, and that's the last thing he'll want. But if the king escaped, he'd be able to fight from the outside. The castle and his crown are symbols, but he's in danger if he stays here alone. I glance at Waltz and notice him paling. I can tell the magic is sapping his strength, making him weaker. I ball my hands into fists. I cannot leave the king here by himself. He is the king, and I am the crown princess. Waltz, you'll come back for me, right? What are you... Before he can react, I put my hands on his back and push with all the strength I can muster. Oops. Waltz stares at me in horror as he falls into his own portal. Sorry, my bad. Waltz disappears and the portal collapses in on itself, leaving me with the king. You know, I don't know if that was, like, the best play. Both my mind and my heart are numb as the knights approach, ready to surround us. Hi. The king and I sit on the floor with our hands tied behind our backs. Yeah, this is going well. There are 2 knights standing by the door to watch over us. I look at the king, who remains as quiet and solemn as before. He's been so calm. Does he have a plan? Why is it that you chose to stay with me? I'm surprised when he finally breaks the silence. Because there are questions I need answers to. Besides, I cannot just leave you here. I have many things I need to ask you. King Gennaro falls silent as he stares at me. The gold of his eyes clearly reflects my own. I never realized how similar our eyes were. Is it true? Are you really my daughter? Yes, I was given the fairy tale curse and turned into a peasant. It sucked. My title was stolen from me and from the minds of the people. What a bitch, right? No one remembers who I am anymore. I know, we're finally fixing it. He's totally gonna die. Seriously, why not have Waltz just stay? I know, but he would have forced me through, and I need to stay here for plot reasons. Cinderella? I mean, kinda. How did you know? I've noticed the glass slipper necklace on your neck. I'm not blind, but the other slipper seems to be missing a piece. A piece? Oh, wait! I got a good deed by pushing Waltz through his own portal? Really? I look down and stare, unless I was helping him break his curse. I don't know what it was. My eyes widen as I notice the piece is bigger. Hell yeah! Segue, that's obviously why I stayed. I knew it was gonna be a good deed, but when did this happen? I consider and recall the moment I broke Waltz's curse. Okay, that was the good deed. Never mind. Was it when I broke Waltz's curse? This means I only have one more deed left to complete. I would argue that saving Waltz's life is a good deed, just throwing that out there. But my birthday's tomorrow. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm just worried. You have been through much today. Try and get some rest. While you're sitting on the floor, tied up, get some rest. You must reserve your energy. I'm unsure what he means, but either way, there's no way I could possibly sleep now. At least this is what I tell myself, but as minutes pass by, I feel my eyes getting heavier. And then I just, like, collapse on the floor. Eventually, I drift into a dreamless sleep. Daddy, you must wake up. Oh, what? What? Huh? I blink a few times, and when I come to, I find I'm leaning on the king's shoulder. Aw, Dad. I fell asleep. The king glances back to the door, his eyes narrowed slightly as he takes a deep breath. It's time to go. What? I turn towards the front doors and realize the knights guarding the room are weirdly missing. They'll be back soon. We must hurry. I'm surprised when the king pulls out of the ropes that were binding him. He holds a small knife in his hands. Wow, he's more resourceful than I thought. How long has he been out of his bindings? When did you free yourself? I think I've been sorely underestimated. I've been trained just as well as the knights. It goes without saying I could get myself out of bindings. I'm not so weak that I need to depend on others to protect me. Oh, sounds like something I would say. But where did you get the knife? They made sure to take anything we had that could have been a weapon. Would it suffice to say I pulled it from a hidden spot? Not many people think to look in a person's boots. King leans down to cut my bindings, then lowers himself to the ground. His fingers brush the floor. What are you doing? Finding the keyhole. Ah, here we are. He pulls a small key from his pocket and fits it into a crevice in the floor. The floor gives a gentle, audible rumble. The king pulls the tiles from the floor, revealing a hidden staircase. Oh, hell yeah. Nice. We can totally get out of here. There was a hidden staircase here in the floor? Clearly this guy hasn't had to go through airport security lately. No, he hasn't. Let's be real. An escape route, if one were ever needed. Only I knew of its existence. Now we must go before they return. I nod and follow after him. The king sets the panel in place as we descend down into darkness. The floor rumbles once more as the hidden pathway closes behind us. Both of us walk in silence for some time. The only sound we hear are the echoes of our footsteps. I'm behind the king, staring at his back. He seems to have already recovered from his earlier injury. Or he could just be pretending that he's alright. How's your back? Doesn't hurt as much now, thank you for asking. Silence ensues once again. This is getting awkward. Maybe I should say something? Should we try and mend the rift with our father? Let's say something. What are we gonna say? Say something is so vague. I hope it's not like, you're an asshole. Let's do it. I cannot stand the silence any longer and speak up before I lose my nerve. I'm sorry. Okay, good. That's good. We like that. Why are you apologizing? Because I've done nothing but cause you trouble. Rod told me once that when I disappeared, the king was the happiest he'd ever been. Because I was not there. I'm sure if you'd been given the chance to forget me, or not, you would have chosen to forget me. Aww. No, it feels like I've been the cause of your pain, not the other way around. I feel as if I should be the one apologizing. I've been wondering for a while. If you're indeed my daughter, why do you address me by title? Do you not call me father? I stop in my tracks and turn away. It's been years since you called me that. Damn, alright, you were never there for me, so I stopped considering you as my father. Alright, we're getting edgy again. I thought we were coming to an understanding. A deafening silence falls upon us. I'm sorry. Can you tell me why you distanced yourself from me? The king looks at me silently, with something like regret in his eyes. I want to slap myself for my foolish question. My apologies, I forgot that you do not remember me, so obviously you wouldn't know that. You know, I've learned many things since I've been cursed, but the things I've learned do not answer my questions. I thought that by staying here I would finally chance upon some answers, some truth. I've always thought that only Mother loved me because you were never there for me. I'm sorry I cannot give you the answers you seek. Well, I can understand why you would hate me. I am a witch's daughter, after all. Hildur, do you know what transpired in the past? You mean with Mother? I mean, like, kinda. Hildur threatened to kill the person I loved if I did not marry her. She threatened to kill Ophelia. The king looks down, his face contorted with anger. Her face said that Mother already broke their rules long before she took over the kingdom. Her hands were already stained with blood. I won't let any more of my loved ones die in her hands. I had no choice back then. I married her because I refused to let her hurt Ophelia. I hated that woman for ruining my life and my kingdom. I know. I recall when he thanked Waltz for saving the kingdom. Can you tell me who Waltz is? Waltz, he was Hildur's apprentice. He was powerful, considered the second strongest among witches. Really? He was a child prodigy. That's why Hildur ordered his family killed when they refused to give him to her. Waltz didn't find out about that until much later. Oh, shit. Mother killed Waltz's family? I cannot believe this. Just how many lives did she take? When he did find out, he betrayed Hildur. He divulged her plans to the fairies and helped them defeat her. I gave him a copy of the key to the secret tunnels so he could deliver it to the Lucius Bearer. Oh, so that's how Parfait got that copy of the key. Then Hildur cursed him for betraying her. I don't know how you two knew each other, but it's fairly obvious to me that he's loyal to you and cares about you. Nice segue. He was the type of person that expressed that loyalty plainly, so I can tell. I do not know why the king decided to comment on such a thing, but my cheeks are suddenly warm. You care for him? Dad, stop! Do I? No. He's a good man. How did we even get to this conversation? The two of us are still walking when the king suddenly stops and I nearly bump into him. Ah, here we are. This should bring us into a passage that leads into the gardens. I follow his gaze to a rusty door. He slowly approaches the door. Stay close to me. I nod at him. He turns the knob and pulls open the door. This doesn't look like a garden, Dad. The king and I can only gape at the sight in front of us. It's the last thing we expect to see behind the door. Mother? Oh, JK. That was just like a different angle. The witch and the crystal. Great. Hi, Mom. I feel that I cannot trust my eyes because it is indeed Mother standing before us. Oh, so hot, though. She looks the same as when I last saw her, like she's just been sleeping all this time. What is Hildur doing here? Are we seeing her portrait again? Oh, she's gonna come back. You know she's gonna come back. And I am here for it. Is that the crystal in Tenebrarum? She looks like she's been trapped inside the crystal, but how? No, she passed on 4 years ago. This is impossible. A lovely surprise, isn't it? Hi, Mithras. How's it going? The king immediately moves to stand in front of me. Sir Mithras saunters towards us with a wide smile on his face, looking unperturbed. Is Varg here? Because that's who I care about. Isn't she exquisite? Even in slumber, she's still so beautiful. What is the meaning of this, Mithras? When Mithras does not answer, the king reaches for his knife and frowns. What exactly are you and Alcester planning? I am offended that you are associating the two of us. My goals are different from Alcester's. My only wish is to see my queen again. Alcester is the one who's after your throne. What are you going to do with Mother? I plan to revive her. What? I stare at Sir Mithras, shocked. Revive Mother? Is it even possible to bring back the dead? She's still alive, dear princess. My queen is only sleeping. Her link to the Tenebrarum has allowed her to survive all these years. She infused the last of her power with the crystal and merged with it. She was wise. Yet even as its light grows dimmer, so too does the light of her life come close to being extinguished. Once you have fully accepted your role as the nude bearer of the Crystallum Tenebrarum, her link with it will be severed, and she will die. That's why I need you, princess. I need your powers to bring her back to life. What? No. On your 18th birthday, you will inherit the crystal's powers, and with that power, you will revive my queen. Otherwise, I'll kill your dad. Isn't this what you've always wanted, to have your beloved mother back? I learned a lot of things about Mom since then, and I'm gonna go with no. It's true that I've always wished for Mother to come back. But Delora and Parfait told me the truth, and now that's the last thing that I want. What if Mother ruins the kingdom once again? I will not let that happen. I will not let my kingdom fall into darkness again. The king charges towards Sir Mithras with the knife in his hand. Oh god, Dad, you're gonna die. Glad we made up before you die. Sir Mithras easily sends him flying backwards with a flick of his wrist and a magic spell. The knife falls to the ground just a few feet from where I stand. Go pick that shit up. Your Majesty, I'm about to run to him when Varg, oh hey Varg, how's it going? Steps out of the darkness of the room and points a sword at the king's throat. Don't move, princess, otherwise my hand might slip. I freeze in my spot. Has he been here this whole time? Now, princess, you have an important decision to make. Help me revive the queen and save the king, or run away and he dies. My life is nothing compared to the lives that will be lost if Hildur is brought back. I would gladly trade my life for any of the lives she would steal. Oh, foolish king, you cannot gamble with your life when it's no longer in your hands. Sir Mithras growls at the king before facing me once again. He flashes a crooked smile. How about it, princess? Oh. Well, we're just doing this, huh? We are just doing this. Alright. Gonna totally just kill my dad in front of me if I say no. But, like, also, I totally shouldn't. Totally should not do it. This is bad. It's pretty bad. I don't love it. Nah. I'm gonna decline, I think. My dad said so. I should listen to him. I cannot let Sir Mithras kill the king, but I cannot let him revive Mother either. If I can just improvise, wouldn't they just make her do it anyway? Yeah, probably. That's why I'm saying no. So that way if they make me, it's not my fault. If I can just improvise, I might be able to hold them long enough for some backup to arrive. I catch a glimpse of the king's knife, which is just a few feet from me when an idea strikes me. This is what I was gonna do. Totally threaten to kill myself. Waltz, Parfait, Delora, they have to come for us. I refuse. What? Sir Mithras looks at me irritated. The king, however, looks relieved. The king's blood shall be on your hands then, Varg. Varg? Oh, that was a period. I quickly lean down to pick up the knife and hold it to my neck. Princess, what are you planning to do with that? Put that down before you hurt yourself. Let the king go, or I will kill myself. I know you need me to revive Mother. Don't take me for a fool, Princess. I know you don't have the courage to die a martyr. Annoyance simmers within me. Oh, are you sure of that? I swallow as I press the blade to my neck. I feel the sharp edge cut through skin, but the blade does not go deep enough to hit any vital parts. Now that's a good deed, right? I'd think this is a hella good deed. I cringe as my body is racked with pain and tears blur my vision. I'm scared. I'm scared. You fool! Sir Mithras' face is pale as he attempts to step toward me. Now you see my resolve. Let the king go. Mithras. Mithras curses under his breath, his outstretched hand clenching into a tight fist before he draws it back. Okay, now whatever you do, don't sneeze. I know, right? This is the crucial step. It's working. I feel myself relax, but my hope is short-lived and foolish. Yeah, okay. It's not fair when he is a mage. Mithras cast a spell and then, he cast heat metal. And the knife goes hot in my hand. Ow! A scream escapes my mouth as I fall to the floor and clutch at my injured hand. You've been a very bad princess. Your mother would be disappointed in you. I glare at Mithras, but he only clicks his tongue, his face stern. This would have been so much more pleasant if you'd chosen to work with me, princess. Oh, is that like a hint that I should have agreed? I'll get what I want, princess. Even if I must break you to revive my queen, I'll do it. I will suffer the consequences for it later. Aw, wait. Did I actually do bad? I thought that scene was like really badass and cool. I don't know if anyone is here who will know, but anyone want to look up a walkthrough for me? I'll keep going in the meantime, because I kind of like it. Varg, put them both in the cells. Oh wait, hold on. This seems good. I mean, we're both alive. I take a few steps back as Varg approaches us. All I manage to do is back myself into a wall. Varg looks at me amused, like a cat toying with a mouse. He takes another step, but I do not get to see the movements he makes afterwards. A bright light engulfs the area, eliciting an agitated hiss from Mithras. Magic? But how? When the light clears, Varg is still standing, his eyes on my feet. I follow his gaze. Hey! My slippers! My shoes have been replaced with 2 beautiful glass slippers. I broke my curse. What did I do? The king looks at me, his eyes hazy. He opens his mouth to speak, but then stops when Mithras comes to hover just above him, his expression fixed into a glare. Oh, how charming. Okay, come on. This has to be right. Right? Don't make me look it up. Do I have to look it up? But your broken curse will not help you now, princess. Now be a good girl and allow Varg to escort you to your cell. This seems like it's going on awfully long. Probably not very practical footwear. I know, right? Fine, I'll look it up. Hold on. I gotta know if I got it right. I mean, not that it really matters, but... Waltz. Walkthrough. There we go. Okay. Okay, good. This is right. This is just a really long... Man, I wonder if it would actually have been different. Like, if I agreed, would we have just, you know, revived my mom and, like, been done with this whole shebang? Like, I don't know. This time, be a good girl and don't try to escape. I scowl at him. He only smirks in response. Feisty as always. Varg is so into me. He flashes me a lopsided smile before taking his leave. Diana. The king quickly takes my hand in his and pulls me down to the floor to sit beside him. He reaches into his pocket, then withdraws a handkerchief. What's he doing? He neatly folds the cloth and leans towards me. I cringe back on reflex. He gingerly presses the handkerchief onto my injured skin. I cringe as I feel the pain. Oh, there it is. Wow, that was really long. I'm so sorry, Diana. Your injury is my fault. You have nothing to apologize for. I did it to save you, and yet, here we are. Screwed. I'm the one that owes you an apology. I turn my gaze away in shame. King cups my cheek and turns my head so that I'm facing him. The gesture is so gentle it moves me to tears. Aw, Dad. A father should be the one to protect his child, always. His face is twisted in pain as he stares at me, eyes brimming with tears. I see the recognition in his eyes. Yeah, I know, my curse is broken. He remembers me now. Having reunited with my father like this makes me realize that I still care for him. Please forgive me. I already have. The words take a great weight off my heart. It's as if the ice that has been shrouding it for so long is finally melting away. Without another word, my father throws his arms around me, trapping me in a warm embrace. This is the first time he's ever hugged me. I feel tears brimming in my eyes, and soon I'm crying as I bury my face into my father's shoulder. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, my dear daughter. Aw, this is nice. We stay like that for what seems like a lifetime, leaning against each other and crying, silently asking for forgiveness. Alright, well, he's probably gonna die, but at least we got this. Once we're more relaxed, I sit down beside my father and tell him what has transpired since I was cursed. His expression becomes darker with every word that I speak. I've suffered so much, and I've not been able to ease that suffering in any way. No, my life as a commoner showed me things I never appreciated before. I became, like, not a bitch. It was more fulfilling than my life in the palace. The moment I became cursed might be the first moment I started truly living. I take a deep breath as I contemplate the question that has been in my heart all this time. Your Majesty, have you ever loved me? I'm terrified, but I still force myself to look right at the king. I have always loved you, Diana. I value you more than my own life. You're my everything, my daughter. I blink at him, my eyes filled with tears. I've waited so long to hear those words from you. If you loved me, why were you not there for me? Why did you let Mother do this to me? Was it because I was her daughter? Oh, sorry, my mom's texting. My real mother is texting me. There we go. It's true that you're her daughter, but you're also mine. I don't even remember how we... His voice trailed off and he avoids my eyes. He sighs softly. I was put under a spell that night. Months later, you came... Oh my god! Mom! Whoa! You came along. I thought I could never bring myself to love you, not when you were the witch's daughter. We're just gonna gloss over that real fast. But you were different. She was darkness and you were light. And then she corrupted you. Hilda forbade me to get close to you. She was afraid I would influence you to betray her. She told me that she would steal you away completely if I ever approached you. I couldn't bear the thought of losing my own daughter, so I did as you demanded. Or she demanded, sorry, I can read. I had to watch you grow up from afar. I had to push you away. The only thing I could do for you was help you celebrate your birthday every year. The birthday surprises every year, the letters that led to the secret birthday rooms. Those surprises were always the highlight of my birthday. This whole time it was you who planned those surprises? I cannot let you know it was I who planned the surprises. The beautiful smile that you had on your face when you saw all of your gifts was more than enough. I'm really sorry for everything, Diana, for not being a good father, for not being there for you, for pushing you away. After your mother died, he pauses, then shakes his head. After I thought she died, I thought I might make it up to you, but I failed miserably as your father. You were already so far away from me. I tried to get close to you, but I drove you away. I do not blame you. I think back to all those times when you tried to talk to me or approach me. I would always just walk away, rude, or refuse to talk to him. Because I hated him. I was convinced that he didn't love me. How long has she been cursed with not being remembered? Not super long. Like a couple weeks or months, maybe. Definitely not years. My mom died 4 years ago, so that's putting things into a little time perspective. I think a couple months. I tried, but I tried too late and not hard enough. I should have tried to better understand you. I should have tried harder to see what your mother had done to you. I never expected any sort of forgiveness, and yet you still gave it to me. But now I'm at a loss as to what I can do to make it up to you. But you're here now. Right? I smile at him hesitantly, and he smiles back. He leans forward to place a kiss on my forehead, even as he wipes a tear away. I love you, Diana. I love you, Father. I love you too, Father. He rests his hand on my cheek. Allow me to make it up to you. Allow me to protect you. You cannot bring her back, Diana. There would be too many consequences. But if I refuse to help them, they'll kill you. Father shakes his head and smiles. If I have to give up my life to give you and our kingdom a brighter future, then so be it. Uh-oh. Hi, Princess. It's almost time to go. Father moves to stand in front of me. I won't let you take her. Varg doesn't answer. He silently taps his cane to the ground, creating the same energy force as before, sending Father back into the wall with an invisible force. Rude. Father! Father staggers back to his feet and gazes at me with a pained expression. Don't do this, Diana. I ball my hands into tight fists. I have no other choice. I'm sorry, Father, but I cannot let them kill you. Wow, seriously? Come on. I try to smile at him reassuringly before walking away with Varg. My boy. The last thing I hear is him calling my name before Varg closes the door, and then there's silence in the hallway. It's gonna be fine. Totally fine. I'm once again standing in front of Mother's crystallized form. It's time, Princess. Now put your hands over the crystal. I stare at my mother's crystallized form in silence, but fear takes hold of my body. Time is of the essence, Princess. Do it. I do as commanded and set my hands on the surface of the crystal. Nope. It's my birthday. Happy birthday. Moments later, the clock strikes 12 and my body suddenly grows heavy. A strange power begins to flow through me. What's happening? I attempt to pull my hands back, but to no avail. Not only are they heavy, but they feel as if they're glued to the crystal. Even as I struggle to move, I feel my energy dimming as the crystal grows brighter and brighter. Yes, yes! I blink a few times as tears begin to sting my eyes. I bite my lip in an attempt to keep myself from falling unconscious, and the effort only makes me taste blood. Diana! Oh, Walt? Hi? Aw, what's up, babe? That's hot. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a glimpse of Waltz by the door, his hand glowing as he prepares to cast a spell. Waltz! Waltz's eyes meet mine, his expression contorting in anger as he turns to glare at Mithras. This is madness, Myth. You're too late, Waltz. Just a bit more and the energy transfer will be complete. And my queen will be free from her prison. Oh, shit. I won't let you do this. Oh, he's going for it. Waltz releases his spell at Mithras, who quickly conjures a shield to protect himself. I feel so weak. I feel my knees giving out. The next thing I know, Walt stands beside me with a dagger. Hell yeah, daggers. He drives the edge of the dagger into the tenebrarium surface, cracking it slightly. Are you, like, crazy sure that's a good idea? And then I'm free. Never mind, it was a great idea. Walt catches me in his arms just before my body hits the floor. Stay with me, Diana. My body relaxes when I feel his arms around me. I squint up at his face, but his features are blurry. I have to blink a few times to clear my vision. Oh, you know I should say what took you so long. Like an asshole. I shouldn't say that. That would probably be mean, right? That would probably be mean. I should definitely say I knew you'd come back. You couldn't have gotten here 1 minute sooner. I know, like before my birthday? Alright, I'll be sappy. I'm sure what took you so long is totally an asshole thing to say. So I won't say it. But I would. I need, come back. How's it going? Thank you for trusting me. I kind of hope it's the other one. Nope. Never mind. I will always come back for you, no matter the risk. Should have said what took you so long. Thanks. Don't speak, Princess. Save your strength. I'm gonna pass out on the floor. How did you get in here? He's so mad. What? It looks as if we made it just in time. Oh, hey, everyone's here. Parfait steps through a hole in the wall that her outburst of magic created. She looks solemn. You. How dare you show your face here? You who tried to kill my beloved queen. Kill? Mithras raises his hand to cast a spell, but Parfait quickly freezes him in place with a flick of her wrist. I'm surprised, but then I realize that Parfait is the Lucius bearer. Even in her weakened state, it seems she's a force to be reckoned with. She turns to face me with a weak smile on her face. As the bearer of the crystal and Lucius, it's my duty to stop Hildur. Such was my goal even back then. Even when the two of us were dear friends. When Parfait is speaking, Varg slowly moves forward with his cane. He seems just about ready to bring it down to the ground when Parfait turns in place and casts the spell. Is he gonna turn back into Fritz? The magic hits the cane head on, shattering it on impact. Man, why have... Can you play... My light has just disappeared. Varg, however, seems surprisingly calm. It's a good thing that wasn't the only weapon I had, huh? Varg suddenly charges towards Parfait. Something silver and sharp glints in his hand. Nope. Parfait doesn't even move as she casts another spell, knocking Varg back against the wall. Man, Parfait OP. The knife in his hand clatters to the ground. Varg staggers back to his feet. The mask covering his eyes falls from his face as he stands. When he looks up, I feel my blood turn cold. Fritz? Varg wags his finger at me, his smile crooked. Maybe I look like him a little, but you can't seriously think we're the same person, can you? I clutch Walsh's shirt between my fingers as I stare. Everything begins to feel hazy once again. What's going on? What the heck is going on around here? That got you. Michael's in the back, and I've unsuccessfully kept him from laughing this entire time. But that got him. Diana. Oh, hey, Dad, how did you get out of jail? I hear my father before I see him. When I turn, he's limping towards us with a pained expression on his face. I can only assume he somehow made it out of his cell, or that someone helped him out. Walt's arm is still there to support me as I walk towards my father. Father reaches out to touch both my cheeks. His warmth makes me flinch. You're cold. Oh, yeah, I'll be fine. I'm probably dying. Father clenches his fist and turns towards Mithros. It's over now, Mithros. Not quite. Uh-oh. Hi, Mom. A bright light suddenly surrounds the Tenebrar room. The whole room is engulfed in white. I should have killed you a long time ago, dear Gennaro. Aw, Mom, no. I know. Oh, Mom, no. Father! I'm unable to see what's happened, but as soon as the light disappears, I see what horror has happened before me. I scream when I spot the large gash in my father's chest. Blood pours from a wound from a blade of light. I catch my father in my arms as he stumbles back. Waltz quickly comes to stand beside me to help support him. Father! Now this kingdom is mine once again. The voice is familiar, but distantly so. It's a voice from my memories. No CG for that? Yeah, we only see CGs of hot boys, not of dead dads. Hi, Mom. Oh, I missed you. I look up and suddenly there she is. My mother stands before me, beautiful and regal. Her eyes are cold, lacking any kind of love as she looks over at me. Diana. Welcome back, my queen. I hope she just gags him right now. What a power move. Mithros, who somehow managed to escape Parfait, is now down on one knee before Mother. Hildur. Hello, dear Fate. It's been a while. Or I guess it's Fae, because she's a fairy and it's Parfait. That makes way more sense. Did I figure that out last time? I'm stupid. Parfait puts a hand to her chest. She begins to cough. She collapses to her knees. Oh no, she's been drained. You've grown weaker since we last fought. Lady Parfait. Mother's eyes snap to Waltz and narrow. I see the traitor's here too. I also see that you've managed to reunite with my daughter. I think you remember me having that realization before? Alright, cool. I feel less dumb. Mother flicks her wrist as she casts her spell. You'll pay for what you did to me. Step back. Oh, Parfait's gonna die again. Parfait quickly steps in front of us and an invisible barrier appears just as Mother conjures a series of sharp ice projectiles. She casts Ice Knife. Oh no, that's not what Ice Knife does. I don't have a D&D spell for that. They bounce harmlessly off the shield, but I can feel the rumble in the ground as they tumble down to the floor. Oh, Parfait! Parfait's still kneeling on the ground. Now I can see blood on her lips. Diana. I look down at my father. His shirt is soaked with blood, but his eyes are still barely open. Everyone is dying. Father? I feel tears brimming in my eyes. Uh-oh. Whose is that? The room fills with light, this time emanating from the floor. Slowly our surroundings begin to blur. Go then. Run away, Parfait. That's all you've ever done. Parfait's voice is pressed and pained as she speaks. We will stop you, Hildur. The last thing I see is Mother's wicked smile, then the light swallows us whole. Oh, thank God. We can teleport. When the light fades, we're back in the Marchen. Parfait's still on the ground, though now she seems like she might sink into it. Lady Parfait! I'll be fine, just call Brumple, quickly. Waltz darts from the room immediately. Father, please hold on. My father's clothes are now dyed a thick crimson that stains my hands and dress. Moments later, Waltz returns with Rumple. He rushes over to the king the moment he sees him. Rumple tears my father's shirt open, revealing a deep wound on his chest. He quickly looks over his body, then attempts to apply pressure to the wound, but the bleeding does not stop. He's lost too much blood. Can't you do something? I'll do my best, but there's only so much I can do, Princess. I cannot perform miracles. There's a faraway look in his eyes as he says this, an almost pained expression on his face. Yeah, knowing what we know about him, that's awkward. His helpless expression makes the panic surge in me again. You call yourself a doctor? Sorry. Diana, calm down. I cannot lose him, Waltz. I don't have much time left, Diana. I turn to look down at my father, my eyes filling with tears. No, don't say that, Father. I wanted to see you become queen, but it seemed this is the end for me. I collapse, man, everyone dies every time. I collapse beside Father and he reaches up a shaking hand to touch my wet cheek. Protect our kingdom. I can only nod at him. I don't think I was here for his root. What do we know about him that makes it awkward? He made deals with witches in order to cure people. And that was effectively, I think, like him performing miracles. And that's how he eventually got cursed, I think. If from what I vaguely remember. I'll always be with you. I love you, Diana, and I'm proud that you're my daughter. Father smiles at me, and it's so genuine and warm that it brings fresh tears to my eyes. His eyes slowly close, but the smile never leaves his lips. Father? I shake him, but he does not react. No! I lean over my father, willing him to come back to open his eyes, but he's no longer breathing. The first time in my life, I cry for my father. Oh, a halfway point. Nice. Someone carried me up to bed. Ever since my father's death, I've locked myself in my room. I'm filled with constant grief and pain, but I've become numb on the inside. Even when I want to cry, the tears won't come. Who is it? And I brought you something to eat. I am in no mood to eat. Walt sets the tray down and walks toward me. The blankets crumple as he sits down beside me. Slowly, he wraps his arms around me and strokes my hair. Aww. Oh, whoa, hi. What happened wasn't your fault, Diana. He did what any father would do for his daughter. He did not deserve to die the way that he did. By mother's hand. I know. I curl my fingers into Walt's shirt. I don't want to lose anyone anymore, Waltz. Waltz continues stroking my hair. It'll be fine, I promise. For now, you need to rest, Diana. I'll be here by your side until you fall asleep. He plants a kiss on my forehead. Hey, we are not even dating yet. Chill out with this shit. And I close my eyes, relishing in his warmth. Did we say that we're dating? I don't think we said we're dating. Waltz's hold is firm but comfortable, and I sink into his arms as I fall into a dreamless sleep. Good, we don't need any more of that. Days later, the palace announces father's death. It isn't long before Alcester is given his crown. Wow, they just gave that to him. The announcement of his ascension comes with an explanation of the king's death. The palace paints me as a criminal, telling the townsfolk that I was the one who killed the king. Typical. I'm labeled a fugitive, and the royal family is officially declared missing. We've all been in hiding together since then, the royal family included. Now it's been 2 weeks since father died. The longer time moves on, the more aware I become of one gaping realization. Mother has not yet shown herself to the public. What could she be plotting? I place my hand over my heart, willing the pain away. Every time I think of Mother, I remember the sword of light that went through my father's body. Hi, Twy. Jeez, that's a lot. Yeah, I know. Enough time has passed. Even though I'm suffering losses, I cannot stand idle. I have a promise to fulfill. I will protect our kingdom. I'm about to go back to my room when Parfait calls me. Dolores stands beside her. Diana, can we talk with you? I look away, avoiding their eyes. What is it that you want to discuss with me? Hope you're doing well. Well, Twy, my dad just died in game, so, you know, we're recovering, but, doing pretty well. It's about the Tenebrorum. Despite Hilder's revival, it appears that the crystal's light is still dim. That can only mean one thing. Hilder is still weak. Still weak? Hilder was absorbing all of your powers when we found you. Wow, that was really uncool. Yeah, sexy Hilda's alive! And probably wants to kill me. We interrupted the process. The crystal's not able to absorb all of the magic you now possess. That's why she's still weak. Also, there was something else that bothered me about the crystal. Something odd. Odd? A bearer has a very strong bond with their crystal. A mutual relationship of sorts, but that bond was absent when she returned. What are you saying? It seems as the crystal is forsaking their bond. Wow, Crystal. Crystal likes me better. What? It seems even the crystal knows that Hilder's time has come and gone. Princess, the crystal has already chosen you as its next bearer. It's a small blessing, but it doesn't change the fact that Hilder is still the strongest witch. At least, that is what she wants us to think. Parfait and Delora exchange a glance. The crystal has chosen its next bearer, and you have just as much potential, if not even more. Aw man, time for another daughter fight! Yeah, let's go! Delora turns to me, her usually lax expression more solemn. Are you ready to learn magic, Diana? Magic that you will potentially use to defeat your mother. Hell yeah. I have never used magic before in my life. I've never been raised as a witch. And using magic to defeat mother... I don't know. Well, regardless of what decision you make, we'll all be here to support you. Delora and I want you to know that. How is it that they're still willing to help me when I was the one that caused this whole mess? These two ladies are very pretty. Yeah, they are. I agree. I have a crush on everyone in this game. It's fine. I need some fresh air. I begin to walk towards the door when I see Ophelia walk in from the tavern. Our eyes briefly meet and she opens her mouth to say something, then stops when I shake my head. I don't want to hear her blame me for my father's death. Certainly that must be what she's thinking. Ophelia frowns but does not speak. I quicken my pace, almost running, as I head into the forest. This is awkward, because she probably definitely was not going to say that. The night is silent and calm, and the only sound I can hear is the gentle sway of grass as I step through it. Mother is back because of me. If I hadn't revived her, father would still be alive. How am I supposed to face everyone knowing that? Walt has been trying to cheer me up. While I appreciate his company and concerns, even he cannot help me come to terms with my mistakes. I hear footsteps behind me. Oh, speak of the devil. I turn to see Walt approaching with a frown on his face. Diana. Please, I am not in the mood to listen to your reassurances again. I do not need you to tell me again that this is not my fault. Diana, your father wouldn't want to see you like this. How would you know what my father wanted? I snap at him without meaning to, not bothering to hide the irritation in my voice. He'd want you to walk forward, not linger on a past that cannot be changed. Oh, shit. You've been distancing yourself from us since the king passed. Don't think I haven't noticed. Why is that? Because this is the only way I can keep them safe. Basically, both of these are, like, kind of the same thing, you know? I guess I should say nothing. I feel like she's past the point of deflecting. You know that I'll always be by your side, Diana. Shouldering the burden will only worsen your pain. By myself, specifically, right? Worsen. I already know the pain of losing someone that I love. I've brought nothing but suffering to those around me. I cannot get close to anyone again lest I put them in danger. I've already lost my father, and I do not want to lose anyone else. Especially not you, Walt. Whoa. Walt's eyes widen as he stares at me. Dude, you've been, like, kissing my forehead and stuff. Don't act all surprised now. Obviously, I have a crush on you, and you have a crush on me. I want to show you something. Alright, this could be going many different places. Keep your eyes open, Diana. You can't miss it. Sorry, I'm sorry. Walt snaps his fingers and golden orbs of light suddenly spring to life around us. He just casts dancing lights. That's not that impressive. That's a cantrip. Oh, wait, it's hot now. Never mind. I can only marvel at the orbs of light floating around us. They look like stars dancing through the night. Did you upcast a cantrip somehow? Am I supposed to be impressed? It's beautiful. You cannot truly appreciate how bright a star is without darkness. Walt snaps his fingers again and most of the lights go out. During difficult times, the lights grow dimmer. Oh, he snaps again until only one light remains. When you're all alone, it grows even dimmer still. There are things that you cannot do on your own, otherwise you risk snuffing your own light out. Another snap and the golden orbs return. This time in great numbers, the lights are brighter than they were before. You're not alone, Diana. I love you, and it hurts to see you suffer alone like this. Wow, you just jumped straight to love, didn't you? My heart is pounding so hard I feel like it might escape my chest. It's chapter 7. Slow your roll, Walt. We've got 2 chapters left. In this moment, it feels as if time has stopped and it's just the two of us. Oh, good, we can beat the lantern ghost now. All I can see is Waltz. As I stand here staring at him, I come to a realization. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Oh man, I love him. Shit. When did this happen? After a few moments, I realize it doesn't matter. I stand up on the tips of my toes so I can cup Waltz's face in my hands. Oh my god, we're going for it. I move before I can think, leaning over to place a light kiss on his lips. CG. Aww. Cute. I feel an arm around me as Waltz pulls me closer. The kiss becomes more heated. Oh, whoa! And I feel a gentle flame stirring in my stomach, even as my mind becomes foggy. We're gonna do it right here, in the forest. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I feel his tongue on my lips. Back up. Excuse me, this is our first kiss. Keep this pure. But when I part them, he is suddenly drawn away, his face deep red. Oh, you chickened out. Oh, this is pretty. I like this animated lights background. That's nice. I feel like they don't use that. Oh, Mac is screaming. Scream. Everyone scream. Sorry, I needed to catch my breath. I feel the heat in my cheeks and have to fight back my embarrassment. Now you made it awkward. I just kissed Waltz. I look at Waltz, suddenly realizing how close he is to me. I quickly bury my face into his chest to hide my embarrassment. Waltz's chest rises and falls with his gentle laughter. You're so cute. Oh, thanks, babe. Appreciate it. I close my eyes, allowing his warmth to envelop me like a blanket. I love you, my little... Okay, don't call me that. That's a weird nickname. I don't like that one. I'm gonna be honest. That one... That's like up with Xander calling you little princess. Don't call me little anything. That makes it weird. In my opinion. It is a very cute scene, but I could do without the nickname. But that was very cute, and I approve. This is not just your battle anymore, Diana. You don't have to carry this burden alone. So please, trust in me. Trust in us. I'm overwhelmed, but Waltz's words make me feel strangely light, as if a weight has truly been lifted from my shoulders. I will, thank you. We should go back now, or else everyone might get worried or start to talk, am I right? Waltz places a soft kiss on my forehead and smiles at me as he pulls away. He extends a hand toward me. Let's go. Nope, I'm not using that nickname. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. That turns it off for me. I don't like it. I smile as I slowly take his hand. Star is fine. Little Star is too much. How much older is he than me? It makes it weird. We walk back to the march in hand, momentarily forgetting about all the bad things that have transpired. I'm pretty sure he calls you that for the rest of the game. Alright, we're gonna change it to Star. No little involved. Because, that makes it weird for me. That's where I draw the line. Is that a weird line in the sand to draw? Probably, but I'll stand by it. Would you rather he call you Big Diana? No. No. That's weird. Alright, should we go one more? How long are the chapter 10s usually? Because, Mac, I don't think you were here for the beginning, but I said I thought about only doing 2 tonight and then doing a long 8, 9, 10 stream for the finale of Cinderella. Do you think that's wise? Or do you think I should do chapter 8 now? I don't know. Because I could cut it off here and do chapter 8, 9, 10 together. Which could maybe work. Because generally, at least the long... I feel like the bad and good endings of chapter 10 are about the length of one chapter. Like, together. From what I remember. I do want some insight on this. Should we do chapter 8 now or should we wait? You didn't finish this route. Mac, what do you mean you didn't finish? You're my guide. I need you. I'm sorry. What does that mean? No. I trust you. Implicitly. Well, okay, just take another... I feel like it's probably fine and we can do a long stream. Here, actually, better plan. Why don't I just, like, look back at past streams and check the timestamps on them? That would be really smart. I could do that. Videos. Let's look at, the finale for Fritz was 1:40. And then 1:50 and 2 hours. Damn, Fritz was long. I did 2 chapters and we're at like 70 minutes-ish. What do you guys think? Do you want to do chapter 8 now, or do you want to wait and make it a true finale stream and do 3 chapters at once? You stopped at chapter 8 during. Oh man, it's gonna be the first time. Oh no, we should do chapter 8, all 9 and 10 all in one stream, so we can do all the things that Mac has to see in one stream. Would you like that? Would that be cool? This is the mega final route, so I don't know. I think we could maybe commit to that. I think it'd be a good finale to do 8, 9, 10. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I think we're gonna do that. Because I think that sounds fun. So we'll probably get to it next week, honestly. Because I wanna... No! Don't play it! Mac, we can experience it together! That's okay. We should experience it together. It could be fun. Do you think that'd be fun? I think that could be fun. Then we can scream together. It'd be fun. Let's do that. I promise I'll do it next week. Just for that, okay? As long as, hopefully you can be there. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the point a little bit. Maybe I'll message you and find out when... I'll tell you when I want to do it, and then you can tell me if you can be there. I want us to experience this together. I think it could be fun. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna end the stream now, because, A, I'm getting hungry. Actually, there really is no B. It's just A, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some food. That's okay. It's called multitasking. That's fine. Besides, you've seen all that before. The next stuff is the stuff you haven't seen, so that's the part I really care about. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Actually, do we have a raid message / people to raid? Let me see. I need to go back to, like, my channel. Hold on. Who's streaming? I think Noelle's streaming. We could raid Junie. Ah! Why does it look so weird? Hold on. Anyways. Do we have a raid message? I don't know. It'd be like watching a movie. Yeah, we could have a full feature-length finale. I think that sounds like a great plan. Stop. No, we're not raiding with sexy moms, babe. We can't raid with that. Actually, I could raid Noelle with that. I might feel confident raiding Noelle. Also, thank you. Thank you for the sub, babe. Appreciate you. He's been behind me on the bed this entire time, not participating. But fine, we'll do sexy moms just for you. But you have to all promise to raid with me, because if I go into Noelle's chat and say sexy moms by myself, I'm gonna get so much shit. Okay? Y'all have to promise that you're gonna do it. Okay, I'll figure out when we're streaming. I'll announce it on Sunday. I promise I'll actually, like, coordinate with Mag to do this at a good time. Because I do definitely want you to be there. Wait, no, that wasn't what I wanted. Go back. How do I make this go away? There we go. Okay. Paste. And I'll send you on over to Junie, and next week, we'll figure this out. And I'll probably also do Final Fantasy next week, because I want to. So, we'll see how that goes. And depending on Michael's schedule, maybe we'll do more Dragon Quest. Who knows? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I haven't even looked past, like, Sunday yet. Okay, that did work. Alright, sounds good. See you guys later. Bye!